To complete my faction wars series that I was doing on this channel, where I beat all these factions before the launch of the Shadow Queen faction, and I finally got Lydia, I had to beat Skinwalkers, and I left it for last because I had the perfect champions for this faction. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll card above here to my shard pool video where I pulled 2 awesome legendaries who really helped me with this faction. It's raining cats and dog outside, but hey, we're gonna get this recording done because last week I had this faction done. I beat the boss. As you can see, I've already 3-starred this boss. I did the entire recording, and for some reason the data got corrupted, so I couldn't post that content. So I waited this week for when the faction is open again so I can beat it again and show you guys and complete the series of all the bosses I've beat so far in this playlist. If you've not seen the other playlist, go check it out. So right now I'll start the run. We'll complete the entire run there, and at the end of the run I'll show you the team, the gear, their artifacts, their masteries that I used. And I also recommend some other teams that you might use if you do not have legendaries like I do. So let's go right into it. This is going to be a short one. If you want to fast forward to the end of the run, the boss, go right ahead. I'll put timestamps in this video. So let's get started. Because I have such an awesome team, I'm going to put this on auto, but I will target this lady because she'll put my team on sleep. What's her name? Allure. So let me target her first. I don't want her to sleep me. You see how much damage we're doing. So I don't think anybody will have issues with this wave because you have even a rare champion, the one that does freeze, one of the, I forgot his name, but I'll check out on the list when we see other alternate teams you can use. He can freeze this entire wave or provoke and all that, so you don't necessarily need much problems for these waves. There are many faction war 21 teams, especially in the wave 1 and wave 2, that you cannot auto, but I'm surprised and happy that this one can be autoed. The boss himself also, it's kind of easy. If you beat other factions, you will know how this boss works. When we get to the boss, you'll see the mechanics. The boss is the one that heals himself after you've beaten him to a particular percentage of his health. He will just take your HP from one of your champions. HP exchange, I think that's what they call it. So I kind of have beat other factions that had the same similar boss mechanics, so I knew how to deal with it. You see my team, most of them are built in Relentless set, like you would do. And my Revive champion, since he has a lot of people to heal up, I put him in Lifesteal, so he doesn't need to go down or go low HP. Steel Skull is a Relentless set. You see how many turns she's taking? So a lot of people are in Relentless sets. Before the battle ended for that last wave, you saw me take over to manual, so I'll target this lady. She kind of makes the run too long. She's provoked. Once she's dead, I think I can target anybody else, yes. Then the next person to target is this dude. I don't want his unkillable to be an issue for me. He's provoked for 3 turns, so I can target somebody else that is less weaker. So I have a revive champion, so I don't mind if somebody goes down, they will be revived. 3 minutes or 4 minutes run for the waves, it's not that bad. This all ally join attack is one of the best skills in Raid Shadow Legends, hands down. I just like the animation, the way everybody just attacks. It's like ganging up on somebody. It's an awesome skill to have. I wouldn't say it's the hardest hitting, but it is the hardest hitting, especially for the arena. Alright, time for me to go to manual mode. So I have my skills available for the boss fight. I'm using my A1s right now. especially that all ally join attack. I want it to be available so I can take one of the ads down quick. I'm gonna target which one. It doesn't really matter which one you target, right? I'm gonna target this one. Oh, I was not supposed to buff myself because the boss is gonna steal the buffs. Ah, shit. Well, I guess I'm not gonna do manual. I'm not gonna do auto here then. I was supposed to place weaken over there. Let's do provoke. I don't know if this has any effect on the enemy. So lesson learned, don't buff yourself once you come into the wave, because the boss will steal it. Now I can buff myself because the boss has used that his skill. All allied join attack. I was supposed to use it when weaken has already been placed, but oh well. All that matters, we take him down ASAP. Because I have the right champions for this run, it's not going to be a long one. You can see how fast I'm taking down these side ads. Time for me to focus this one. Weaken placed. Maybe the poison will take down the other one for me. Now with Steel Skull in this team dropping all those poisons, I had to put enough accuracy on my Steel Skull to place those poison. And in Relentless, that means Steel Skull will place a lot of poisons repeatedly. The boss is about to take a turn, so it's time for me to stop buffing and let my buffs fall off. Damn, that's a lot of damage. I'll let the poison do the last hit. Time for me to focus on the boss with my A1s. Poison. Now, if you place poisons on the boss when he's about to take a turn, of course, he will place the poison back on you. So that I might have used my heal instead. Extra turn, A1. You cannot provoke this boss. No problem. Just one poison, no problem. So I will just heal myself so nobody goes down. Now I can put on auto and click on the boss so it's targeted. Weaken has been placed, poison is being placed. Oh. Steel Skull is using all the wrong abilities. All I want Steel Skull to do is A1s. So if I put it on auto, Steel Skull is using abilities that I don't want her to use. So I'm going to do it on manual then. Maybe I might have set that in the skill priority. So Steel Skull uses only the A1s. Except you want to heal somebody, then you take over and do it manual. See, that's why I want the A1s. Poisons for days. See how much damage those poisons do. 18k each. 18k damage each poison. Now, I don't want to lace poisons a lot on the boss right now because the boss is about to pass them on to me. So let me stop using Steel Skull's A1. Although these two poisons that are already counting on one turn will tick, and the boss will take that damage for those poisons. I'm not going to buff myself. I'm not going to place weaken. Right now, see what I mean? I'm not going to place poisons now. I will heal myself instead. Yes, so the boss doesn't take more poisons back to me. Tick. See, I get one poison alone because the other two ticked. And revive. No need to place increase defense. Let's keep placing those poisons. Let me place the weaken before I do the ally join attack. Oh, I missed it. I'm still gonna use it. If there's weaken, there's no decreased defense on my team. There's a rare champion who can bring decreased defense, but he is very weak and you have to build him a lot of HP and defense for him to survive to place those decreased defense. So he's kind of useful if you need the runs to be a lot faster. So I could replace him with one of these champions. Definitely not my revive champion. Definitely not my provoke champion. Not Basha also. It's kind of hard to find who to replace him with, but I think you can make that work for your team. But with Weaken, it does the job. Not as good as Decrease Defense, but hey, almost as good as Decrease Defense. Alright, the boss is about to do his heal, but here's the trick now that I use sometimes. Steel Skull, no, what's his name? Longbeard is so low, little HP, right? The boss will target Longbeard instead of swapping HP with somebody. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Right now, the boss is at this threshold, this mark. This mark. And these poisons, I'm going to take him over to this mark. So that means I might be able to kill this boss without him swapping HP. When he finds a teammate of mine that is this low, instead of him to swap HP, he will try to kill that teammate. So that's the trick that I'm going to use. If I have the opportunity to heal this member right now, I will not heal him. That's what I'm saying. I want him to be this low so the boss can be attracted to try to kill him instead of doing his HP swap ability. He still swapped HP. I thought it was going to take over this dude. It worked on one of those factions where I did it though. But that one, the boss actually had an A1 ability that hit one target. So maybe it's quite different from this one. All right, let's try this again. I'll use this heal instead of my spot heal. Oh, I shouldn't have used that because the boss is going to place it back on me. Damn. So we have 12 turns right now to beat the boss. I'm not going to place poison. Let me heal one of them. This one. No problem. "12 turns is enough time for me to take down this boss." Why? Because I do have War Master and Giant Slayer Masteries on 3 or 4 of these champions in this team right now. So to make sure you take down the boss before he heals again in 11 or 12 turns, bring in somebody to place War Master or Giant Slayer. At least three champions in your team that can do that. I'm not placing my poisons there. This will be like a 15 minutes run. It's already 11 minutes, so it's a reasonable time. It's not like one of those faction war battles that last up to 30 minutes or so. This is a reasonable one. I'm not using this buff right now because there's block debuff some 2 champions. Time for me to revive, I guess so. Heal. Basha is built with a lot of damage instead of just a support role. I'm not placing a lot of poisons. That's not good. Who am I gonna heal? This one. We have 8 turns to take down this boss. I can buff right now. Seven turns. This is not looking, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. My long beard is down. That's why. I want those poisons. If I had like 4 poisons, 5 poisons, this would be game over. Should I heal right now or should I wait for the boss to take a turn? I don't want Longbeard to go down again. Let me wait. Let's see who else the boss takes down. Definitely not Steel Skull, please. That's the weekend I was looking for. Now I can heal. I mean revive. I'm not placing any buffs right now. Let's do our A1s. That's a lot of poisons finally. Ooh, that's a lot of debuffs. But you see, my revive champion is not taking much damage because of the mastery and lifesteal I do have on him. I'm not gonna buff right now. 5 more turns. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Poison instead of... Four more turns. I don't think I can do this though. Let me buff up. Poisons. One more turn before I can revive. I should have healed Steel Skull. Okay, it didn't go down. Alright, the boss is about to... 3 more turns. The boss is about to swap stuff. So let's not revive yet. No. Let's do our A1s. Because we need everybody to be alive. So I'll heal Steel Skull. The boss takes a turn. Then I revive. And then I can kill him. If I revive now, it's still not a good idea. He might kill somebody immediately. They come back to life. Now I can revive and kill him in 2 turns. So 1, 2. 2 poisons alone is enough to do the damage. Poison is enough to do the damage. But I'll make sure my guys are back to life. And protected. Woo! So 1 more turn and... Please use your skills, please. Ally attack is not available. Weaken, yes, is available. Did I need to buff? Maybe. Just to make sure we'll get those final last hits of more poison, and that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how I beat this faction. It was really easy. It wasn't anything difficult. Sorry you didn't get to see me pulling my Lydia for the first time. And I also noticed that the Lydia just came into my inventory and added to my champions. Like when I picked up the Lydia from here, you can see it's already check marked. There was no special animation. There was no special effect. There was no, confetti. There was nothing to celebrate you going through all these faction wars to beat and finally get Lydia. So this is my Lydia. You're going to see me pump books into her right now. I was waiting for CVC to start. And I've been saving enough books just for her. I do have a Saga War Collar not yet fully booked, but Lydia, I think, is the person I want to give all my books to first. Push her to her maximum potential. She doesn't require... Well, she does require a lot of books. That is 12 books gone. How many more do we need? 13 books. Not that bad, not that bad. So Lydia is currently, she's going to be built in the next champion training event that is available. I do have all the 5 stars available. Let me also pump books into Osoga War Collar. Well, I'll do that later. I just wanted to show off my Lydia that I finally got from all the Faction War series that you watch on this channel. Get yours now too. Before Shadow King launches, it has been announced that it will be launched soon. So if you check out the Skinwalkers faction and give you suggestions for other champions that are useful for you. Where is it? Over here. Of course, if you have any of the legendaries that will come into your team, I almost didn't use Longbeard. I wanted to replace him with that rare champion, Gnarlhorn. So if you have Greybeard or Gnarlhorn, those are the two rare champions that I think are very, very useful. Fleshmonger, who is the rare who places decreased defense, is kind of really squishy. These guys are tanky while he is really squishy, so you might have to build him really, really tanky to keep him alive to place decreased defense. So these are the three rares that are MVP in this faction. So if you have them and you don't have any of the legendaries and epics, use them to control the waves. Especially the waves are not really an issue, but one of them should be able to control the waves while the others do damage. You need to build one of your champions or two of your champions in full damage at least, not just come there to survive and let the boss take numerous heals from you. Steel Skull MVP, Ophiuchus is new to the game, so if you do have him, good luck. Scarabeus, a lot of people say this is also awesome. I don't have him to use. Taurus, this guy's poisons is awesome. He places 4 poisons, I think. I don't have this champion yet. Basha is MVP. Everybody who has Basha usually uses him for this faction because he puts the ally skill on cooldown for 2 turns or so. So I think that's my recommendation for this faction. Let me know if you have any questions about my builds or masteries. I've not shown you that I was saying you have. Let's just go through them real quick before I end the video, so you know how I build this champion that they'll be able to take that boss that fast. Starting with Basha, I built him with some damage or a lot of damage, 100% crit rate. Total stats, you're looking at 203 speed. Most of my champions are above 200 speed. 98%, 281 crit damage. So I went all out for Basha's damage because he does have enough accuracy to do his skill, right? But I wanted him to do something more for the team, not just only cooldown. If you build him with only accuracy to place cooldown for the waves, he would be useless for the boss. So I do have him fully mastered also, and I went this way with the mastery damage. For my war chief, I went with defense mastery 3 and accuracy. I'm going to be using this war chief for the arena. So I went a lot of HP for war chief because of his passive that makes the enemies take damage when they hit him. So he's not relying on defense. His damage is based on defense, but I built in full HP. Total stats, you're looking at over 87k HP. So in the arena, when somebody hits war chief, that person goes down. So I was building with the thoughts of arena. I wasn't building him just for faction wars. So you might want to build yours differently with defense and stuff. But he doesn't have any crit rate or crit damage. He's just there for it as tank. And his defense was low on purpose, so he can take all the damage that is coming to him and return it back to the person. 60% of the damage he receives is returned back as a passive. So that's the way I built him. You've seen the masteries also. Ophiuchus, the Tusk, who is the healer, I put him in lifesteal so he doesn't rely on the heal from Steel Skull. And accuracy is also enough for him to do the stun sometimes on the waves. 274 accuracy, even too much for faction wars. Faction wars, you need about 230, 221, and you're fine. HP is high, so he doesn't get targeted or anything, or doesn't get low. Defense is also 3000, awesome. 230 speed, so he can rotate through his abilities and revive the champions fast. That's the key to making sure somebody is revived before the battle ends. He does have masteries also. I went with some damage masteries, so you can see 3 people are currently in masteries, but 2 of them are in War Master right now, so that's how the boss goes down fast also. Steel Skull is somebody else in War Master masteries. For the total stats for Steel Skull, Relentless set, of course, so you can do that Relentless set numerous times to place the poisons repeatedly. 208 accuracy, not that high enough, but hey, the speed is high and that's all that matters, so we can get around. Longbeard is just in the Relentless set also, so you can get around to this ability also that does the all ally attack, join attack. That's why I put him in Relentless. He doesn't really do much with his A1 except that weaken, which I already have in a team. He does have no masteries on. He's a level 50, so I didn't push masteries on him. I think he's the only level 50 I have on this team. I have enough time to prepare for this team, so I built all of them a long time before I finally did the battle. Total stats 38k, 2k, nothing special. He was just there for that all ally join attack. So this is the spot if you do not have Longbeard that you can use this dude, Greybeard or Gnarlhorn. That's my build. That's my masteries for this Skinwalkers faction. It's the last one I did because I had all the champions ready to go. I wanted to save the best for last, and I think it's one of my most easiest. That is most difficult for most people, but now I find it a little bit easier because of my champion pool. Shit. So let me know what you think about these faction war videos. Tell me congratulations in the comments on me getting my Lydia. Sorry I couldn't get this video out for you guys earlier because of the data got corrupted. But hey, finally, faction wars complete. I'm happy. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next Raid Shadow Legends video. Remember, I've started a free-to-play series. It's on a different playlist than this one, so check it out and also show your support on those series also. Good night.